Hey, Chatting with Chaps here. Have you ever realized how hard it is sometimes to find vegan snacks? Well, today we're going to try and see if we can make some, not even really copycat, but kind of some vegan goldfish or some little vegan cheesy snacks. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing we need to do is set our oven to preheat for 375. So to make these little vegan goldfish, which I think I'm just going to be calling them little vegan cheesy snacks because I don't know that they're really going to taste like goldfish. So we've got our food processor out, and what we want to do is put our flour in, which we have 1 cup of regular flour. I'm just going to drop that in. All right, and then we have nutritional yeast. So we have 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. So we're going to sprinkle that in there. And then let's see, we need salt. So we have 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. All right, and then we're going to put in our turmeric, which we have 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric, which I'm thinking that's probably just for coloring. All right, and then we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of our onion powder. So we're just going to sprinkle that in. Okay, and now we're just going to pulse this until we have it all put together. Give it a quick little stir. Yep, that looks good. All right, now we're going to add in our vegan butter. And so we have 5 tablespoons of vegan butter we're going to put in. Oop. Get it all to come out of the bowl. All right, and now we're going to pulse that up really good. All right, so the next thing we need to do is add our 3 tablespoons of very cold water. And actually, I don't know if you can see or not, but I've had this sitting in the freezer for a few minutes just to get it really, really cold. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my water. I'm going to add a little bit. I might add about half, just to see how that goes. All right, and let's mix that up again. It's supposed to kind of make it into a little bit of a dough. I'm not seeing much of a roll-out kind of dough I could do just yet. So let's add a little bit more, add the rest of the water. I'm gonna try just putting this in a regular bowl. Again, recipes are one of those things where you just kind of have to figure out what works and what doesn't. Sometimes the recipes don't tell you everything. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to just put this in a regular bowl. First things first, I saw a little bit of flour that hadn't mixed in. It's kind of almost reminded me of cornmeal. You need a certain amount of water to get it to kind of clump up, or like when you're making biscuits. And I'm thinking that's what this is. All right, I'm going to try a little bit with my hands. See if I can get it to kind of come together a little bit with my hands. I'm thinking we just need a little bit more moisture though. I don't think we have enough moisture here to really be making a dough. It's coming together a little bit. Okay. What we want to do next is we want to get us a nice floured surface. And then what I have here is some little tiny basically cookie cutters that my husband found at a estate sale, and I have all these cute little shapes that we're going to try and see if we can make. And of course we do have our little fishy, so we'll be making those too, but let's see how this is going to pan out. I'm just going to take a little piece of it first and see if I can get it to still kind of, you see it still wants to be a little bit crumbly, so I don't know how well it's going to roll out. Okay. And we want it to be super, super thin. I'm just trying to get that butter to get activated. And then I've got my matte cookie sheets over here that I'll be putting them on. So let's see. Of course, let's try the fish first. I'm just going to dip the edge of that into some flour. Oh, now he's adorable. Look at that. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on my cookie sheet. And we're just going to sit here and cut out as many as we can get. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our beautiful first batch. We're going to put these in the oven and let them cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. We're just going to look for them to be a little bit lightly golden. So let's see how that turns out. All right, there they are, all finished up. I will say that my oven seemed to have cooked them a lot quicker, because this is actually 7 minutes. So I mean, I know some of mine are a different, thickness. So that made them cook a little bit faster, but this is actually 7 minutes. So now I'm just gonna let them cool on the slip mat cookie sheet for right now. And then in a minute or two, I'm gonna move them to my cooling racks, and then we'll try some and see how they taste. Okay, so we cooked them. I don't know, I'm trying not to spill them on the floor, but see, we have, let's see if I can show them to you. We have little bunny heads, and we have mushroom shapes, and let's see. Oh, and we definitely had to have our fish shapes. And let's see, I think, and we have a little bear head. All right, so let's try one and see how it is. And you see they turned out pretty good. They're a little bit thick. Not too bad. Some of them are thicker and thinner than the others. That's pretty good. It did really taste like a goldfish, but I kind of didn't think it would. It's got a nice little salty texture to it, and it's good and crisp. I think it would make a great little snack. I definitely would double the recipe if you want to make a lot of them for like a snack in the afternoon, or if you want to take them on a picnic or something, that would be great. But at any rate, hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.